Okay, let's go.
Well, hi, friends. Jose here from The New Mindset. Listen, I gotta tell you guys, I've never done this. This is my first time. I'm actually sitting in a car with the owner of Integrity Insurance. This woman has won multiple awards. She's a fantastic human being. I've gotten to know her in the past year or so, and man, we click so well. But there's so much about her story I'd love for you guys to hear. And could you just introduce yourself real quick?
Absolutely. Good morning. It is 6:24 a.m.
6:24 a.m.
We are driving to an event, and yes, my name is Mayra Perez, owner of Integrity Agents, and we love Jose, man. We click.
Let's go.
I'm driving. He's the passenger, and we're excited.
So we've been talking about doing this episode for about a month now.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because your schedule is so out there that it's so hard to like. But the coolest thing, this is so funny. I low-key want to become one of your Integrity Insurance like policy owners.
Yeah.
Because the best way to get a hold of you is to call the policy number.
There you go.
Because
you know you're going to get me on the
you know you're going to get me right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. You guys have a fantastic service, and you're part of a team of 4.
Yes.
And you own it. And before we get into that, so let's talk a little bit about your past, right? So today I'm with you. We're actually on our way to your old high school.
Yes, we're actually on our way to my past.
That's awesome. Let's talk about that.
So a lot of mixed emotions. Obviously, very excited. It's been 20 years since I have.
Okay, stop right there. This woman does not look a day over 22, and she's always like, "I'm old, 20 years." I wanted you to say like 3 decades. I'm like, no, stop.
No, I'm not kidding. It's been 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
But what are your roots, by the way? Are you Latino? Are you Latina?
Absolutely. I am 100% Latina. I am first generation Mexican American. My parents were born in Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
My mom is from Jalisco, which it's on my bucket list to go and visit, and we don't have too much family.
You've never visited Jalisco?
Never been.
You know how rich Jalisco is?
I see it, and
oh my God.
It's just something that I'm yearning. I need to go. I need to go with my mom. 100%. I need to experience it 100%. With her. I need her to show me where she grew up. It's just, I need it for my life. So that's on the list. And then my dad is from Guanajuato, Cuerámaro, Guanajuato, but he grew up in Mexicali. So a lot of our family is Mexican.
That's amazing. No, so do you travel to Mexicali and do parties there, come back?
Yes,
here in Southern California, for those of you that don't know, here in Southern California, something very popular to do is to travel to Mexico. And people go to Mexicali, Tijuana, Baja California, and they go and they party with their family and friends. So I'm sure you're well aware of palenques and stuff.
Of course. And, all our family is there. And we don't just go to party, man. We go to eat. I mean, that's really what 100%. We go do, okay? We go and 100%. We already have it lined up from the time we cross. Okay, what are we going to have? Are we going to have, tacos? Are we going to have
What's
birria?
Your favorite spot to
Are we going to have, well, there's so many.
There's so many. Choose one.
I'm like, oh my God. Los tacos, obviously, you can't beat, but like los mariscos, we go have comida china, and everybody's like, what? Why do you want to go have Chinese food in Mexicali? It is the best Chinese food ever.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
A lot of people don't know, but Mexicali is well known for their Asian culture.
Absolutely.
It's actually, there's so much of it.
Yeah.
And so, growing up in your household, did you grow up in the Coachella Valley or you grew up elsewhere?
No, I didn't grow up in the Coachella Valley, but I feel like I am a Coachella Valley native now.
I think so too. People associate you with the Coachella Valley all the time.
Yes. So, no, I actually grew up, I was born in El Monte.
Okay.
I think I was a year old when we moved to Ontario. And I grew up in Ontario my whole life. I've lived there. I went to high school at Montclair, which is just the street. It's just the next city over. It's similar to like Coachella, Indio. It's that close.
Yeah.
And so I would walk to school. And that's really where my journey, my life started.
That's cool.
And
when did you, talking about your high school life, right? It's kind of an important milestone for a lot of people because that's your growing up, growing pains and kind of learn how to be and all that. So being in high school, what was that like for you?
I like going back to, I'm Mexican American, right? So my parents only spoke to us in Spanish. I didn't learn English till I was about 3 or 4. Yeah. And no, what am I saying? 3 or 4? Like 3rd grade.
Okay, so that's what, like
my second, yeah, like no,
6.
See, like 7 maybe.
Okay,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
You know, I was a little older, and so I just knew Spanish, and we would try really hard to understand English, but I am so grateful for that. And at the time, it was challenging because we knew we were the different kids. Like we were at the time, there was different colors, right?
Right.
And I always wanted to be in the red team or in the green team, but those were all like the kids that spoke English and they did really well in school. And then you had the purple team. Nobody wanted to be in the purple team. We were in the purple team because the purple team meant it was all the Mexicans. It was all the ones that I swear to God, it was all the ones that only spoke Spanish, and you could tell that there was a difference. You could tell that, you know, our teachers were nice, but we wanted those teachers. You know, they seemed to have those fun classes, and they just seemed to be like thriving, and we were just over here like, you know, trying to learn English still. So we were definitely a lot behind.
Would you call it the ESL learners or something?
Yes, like that ESL. And so we were always like, man, we wish we'd be like in the red team or the green team. And I still remember that, you know.
How do you think that shaped your high school life?
Oh my God. Well, a lot of my upbringing, you know, we were poor. Like we definitely struggled. My mom had to work multiple jobs. For a long time, my dad really wasn't around. Thankfully, that all changed as I got older. But when I was growing up, it was just us three. It was me, my mom, and my sister.
Okay.
And it was hard, and it was tough.
Are you older or younger?
I'm the middle one. I'm the middle child of three. So my sister, I have an older sister and a younger brother.
All right.
And you know, it wasn't the upbringing was tough, and there's a lot of traumatic and, you know, just like any other family maybe like go through, right? So school was not cool for me. Okay. Getting to that point, school was not it. I didn't like it, and I want to say, looking back now that I'm older and I understand I have children, the reason why I didn't like it wasn't because I didn't like school. It was because I didn't understand, because I was just maybe felt so behind, and I needed support, and I needed more guidance. I need more help, and we didn't have that. There was no time for that. We didn't have resources for that. You know, you kind of, the schooling would just keep pushing and pushing. You just go to the next grade, even though maybe you're not prepared or, you know. And so getting to high school, I was just like so over it. I wanted it to be over as soon as possible. I switched my mindset. I went into like party mode. So I wanted to party.
So then you, okay, tell me about, bad girl. Yeah, let's talk about your bad girl phase.
Yeah.
So you, it sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds to me almost like the school system, maybe not fail you, but they didn't encourage you to kind of grow more into that aspect of like falling in love with going to school.
Or education itself, like just how much your mind can grow and expand. And this world is so big, and you could do so many things. So I don't want to blame the school system, say they failed me, because I think it's all aspects. I think, and I can't blame my mom because she was working like multiple jobs. She didn't really have the time to be like, oh, okay, mija, let's see. And she didn't understand it. You know, she speaks Spanish. She doesn't understand the homework. She doesn't know what we're doing. So she's kind of like, you guys figure it out. We had to get ready to go to school on our own. We came home on our own. We had to make food on our own. Like, my mom was working. You know, she had to work to provide for us. And I'm so grateful for that, because my work ethic comes from my mom.
Fantastic.
You know?
What that tells me is that now you, as a mom, that you are more educated in that world, are able to kind of encourage your children to kind of get to really like school and enjoy it.
Yeah, and just, I see it in such a different space now, where I'm like, hey, you don't have to love school, but give it a try, because there's so much you can learn. Like me now looking back, going to high school, I remember one class that they put me in, that they're like, you need to take a computer class. And I thought, what for? Why would I ever need that?
Why would I ever need computers?
And honestly, I was like, I am not a nerd. And I refuse to be in a class with a bunch of nerds, because
what was your click? Stop.
I swear. And then at the time, dude, I graduated 2003. In 2003 was when Apple barely rolled out their, like,
of course.
What was it? It wasn't even an iPod. It was
it was
the shift, like what was it?
Yeah, the one, the shuffle. Yeah.
Like they had just. So I was like, what?
The iPhones never existed until 2008 or 9.
And I was like, I don't need a computer. What am I going to use computers for in the future? Holy. So now, to the date, I always think, man, if I only took that computer class, I would know just the basic, simplest way of dealing with issues, and now I have to pay my IT guy because I'm like,
that's hilarious.
This button's here and I don't know why it's here. Get rid of it, and just little things like that. So
you know, I've in the time I've known you, I've seen you maneuver a computer. And say what you will, I know there are some technical things. I think we all struggle with certain things.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
But let's say some people struggle with certain, but I've seen you maneuver a computer and you're so swift with it.
I'm quick. I'm getting there. So back to that point, man, maybe I didn't invest too much in my education or give it a shot growing up because my mind was just somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
I grew up really fast. We had to, you know, in our environment. We grew up really, really quick. And I really didn't feel that I had a long childhood, just innocent, you know, because of situations that happened in my life. And so I moved out at 13. Like a lot of people don't know that. I moved out at 13. I was like, I'm going to be, what is it called? Emancipated?
Yeah, of course.
And you're just like divorce your parents, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to figure this out. Like I'm out. I'm done.
Wow.
And I was always a few years older. Like I was 13, but in my mind, I was 16, 17, you know,
okay,
like I was sorry, I do Spanglish. So
sure, no.
16, 17. So I was always like just older. I always acted older. Everybody always thought I was more mature than my age. And obviously that came with my friends, right? My sister was a senior, I was a freshman, and I partied with my sister's friends. Those were my friends. So they're going out and I'm like, let's go. Where are we going?
That sounds right. You would be that person.
Yeah.
Now here I am struggling to invite you to a club.
Yeah. That I didn't even think existed anymore.
That's
seriously,
insane.
I didn't think clubs were still out there.
Oh my gosh.
I know I'm sorry I'm saying it out loud, but seriously, I didn't think clubs were still here.
Of course. Well, what a past. And again, we're going to your high school at this point in time, right? This moment, we're actually traveling there.
Yeah.
And they're having you back. Why?
That's a great question.
Okay.
Because when I graduated,
I
said I will never step foot in this high school again. I was like, give me my diploma, which I worked very hard to get because obviously I had to catch up. I had to take extra classes. I had to do tutoring. There was an exit exam at the time that I couldn't pass, and I had to take extra tutoring. Thank God I was able to pass it because I thought I need that diploma. And really, truly, it wasn't even for me. It was for my mom because my mom, you know, her biggest goal, her biggest dream was like, just get me that diploma. Just whatever you do. I don't care if you leave, you come back home. I don't care what, just make sure you get a diploma. And so it really was for my mom. I did it for her.
That's amazing. I mean, I'm very glad that you got a chance to do and experience all that. And man, congratulations. Literally, I don't even know what to say.
It's a story, man. It's a story.
It's fantastic. Well, let's cut to a commercial. When we come back, let's talk about what you're doing today, and let's see where you're at. Let's see what you're doing, and man, I'm very excited for you. This is sounding really, really good. We'll be right back, guys. At every episode, I make sure my guest has my favorite drink in hand, BuzzBox. My favorite is the perfect margarita, and today we invited somebody from headquarters, Alicia, to tell us what her favorite is and why.
Hi, I'm Alicia here at BuzzBox headquarters, and if you ask me what my favorite cocktail is, I'd have to say the Tequila Paloma. From the sweet grapefruit to the zing of the lime, all you have to do is shake the box, pour it over ice, and it's ready to drink. Like having your very own bartender, BuzzBox is ready to serve you.
So if you don't already, follow us on Instagram at thenewmindsetOTCV. You'll find our link tree with the direct link to our code for a 20% off on your next purchase.
Wow.
Find your flavor today. Now let's get back to the show. And we're back. So, Mayra Perez.
That's it.
So,
AKA known as Mayra Duran.
There you go.
Mayra Duran is my
is that your maiden name?
That's my maiden name. And going back, that's how they know me, is everyone back home knows me as Mayra Duran. But I can't. It seems almost foreign now to say it because I've been married for 20 years, and that's Perez.
Congratulations,
Thank
20
you.
years. 20 years. You know, you put in the hard work.
Yeah, we sure did.
You earned that last name's earned. Believe it or not.
Yes, it is.
So let's talk a bit about today and what it is that you do today, and what's going on. So, Integrity Insurance Agents is your company, but tell me who you are today.
Thank you. Well, today I'm a mother. I'm a wife. Honestly, that's what brings me the most joy. And I'm also running this company that's now mine, and getting used to saying that. It's taking me a minute to say I'm the CEO. I'm the, you know, when they ask
Right.
who's the owner, I kind of want to shy away and say one of the girls, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I joke around with people that don't know, and I'll be like, oh, it's Selena, you know, or it's Sarai or Marissa. And they're like, oh, that's cool, because they don't really know, right?
Yeah.
But the whole company logo too, and the name, I didn't really want anybody to know if it was a man that owned it, if it was a woman that owned it. I wanted the word and I wanted the experience and the service to speak for itself without really people knowing, right? Like, oh, it's a girl that owns it. Like, I just didn't want any of that. I just wanted it to be the company kind of speak for itself. So,
well, you also went bold with the name, because integrity insurance, you really have to step up to the game. And let me tell you, before we sat in this car today, and we've known each other for some time, but actually yesterday I had my team research a little bit, and we went in and searched your Google reviews. We searched a few companies that you guys work with, and we asked around a little bit. And let me tell you that your ratings are 5 everywhere.
thank you.
Your people talk so good about you guys.
Thank you.
And I jokingly say this, but it's true. If you guys become a policy owner today and you need to get a hold of Mayra, you're a phone call away. You guys literally pick up the call. And there's how many people in your company?
There's 4 of us. So
There's
me and 3 girls.
4 of you.
Yes.
And each with their own personality is
Yes.
amazing. Tell me a little bit about the girls.
The company wouldn't move at the speed that it's moving without them. Your team is everything.
Yes.
You're only as good as your team, and I couldn't do this on my own, and so I knew that I needed the support, and I needed specific girls that can think like me, that I can essentially mold to be mini Myras. Like, that's what I needed,
Right.
and that's what I still need, you know, and I'm going to continue with that model. But I love that you said that each one of them has their own personality, because that's what makes us special. That's what makes us unique. We are not all the same, even though when it comes to work, yes, we all have our systems in place, and you know, the way we want the company to be is that we really do strive for excellence. Like, now, I don't just take that from a Raider, you know, from the Raiders, because I am a big time Raider fan, diehard Raider fan. But
Here we go.
our company is really striving for excellence. Okay, so and I have to share, like, it is. I'm a believer, right? And I know that none of this would have been possible without God's help. And so He's in the company. I tell people He owns the company.
There you go.
He can take it as far as He wants, and I am just the vessel.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good note to let people know that you not only have your business, your family, your mom, you also have that religious side to you that kind of helps you propel forward in decisions, and you just have that in front, and you let that be known, and that's fantastic about you.
Yeah, thank you. And in everything, Jose, like, the world is hard, man. Life is hard. The world is only getting, you know, just, we see news, and it's very disheartening. And I feel like I am here, not only because I'm always smiling. People are always like, you're always in a good mood. First of all, I drink a ton of coffee for that.
Right.
Okay? I try to make it to the gym, and my friend will attest to this. If she is texting me at freaking 2:25 a.m., wake up, because we get to the gym at 4 a.m. And that's my only time that I could squeeze it in. So if I'm lucky, I make it 3 times a week.
Yeah.
That includes Saturdays, because I love waking up at that time, because it just gets my day going. But truly, I want to be that, like, that hope almost to people. I want to encourage, and this is why we're headed back to my high school, because I really feel such a fulfillment to go. And if I could just encourage one student to be like, look, I didn't go to college, and that's okay. You don't have to go to college. You could still, there's other trades, and you can still get into other types of career avenues that doesn't require you.
You don't necessarily need to.
But it doesn't hurt.
Degree,
But it doesn't hurt you. It's not going to hurt you to learn more and to expand your mind.
And you've, to touch briefly on this, you've won multiple awards for your company, actually. For how long has your company been alive for?
So 2.5 years, I'm going to put it. This November will be 3 years when we actually announced it. I incorporated in July of 21.
Okay.
And so that's going to be our 3-year anniversary for the corporation. But yeah, it's going
to be a crazy party.
It is.
At the office.
We're excited. We're planning something big.
Nice.
And to also do like a client appreciation, and just our customers, our clients, not only are they friends and family, and they truly are the life of the company.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. Do you feel like, well, actually, what's of all the awards that you've gotten, which one has gotten you the most? Like you're like, wow, this is an achievement that I never saw coming.
It's gonna have to be the Business of the Year award for the city of Coachella.
I was there.
You were there.
I was there. I love that. That was
amazing.
That was amazing.
People kept saying, "Oh, congratulations!" Like before the event, and I didn't click. I didn't think they were saying congratulations to me. I kind of just like, "Oh, all right." Like I didn't even know why they were saying that.
Wow.
But when I got the notice, like, "Hey, you have won the Business of the Year awards in the city of Coachella," I was floored. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I thought, what? Because there's so many great companies already established that have been there for many years. They're very involved in the community in the city of Coachella. And city of Coachella, taking it back again, going back to history, when I met my husband in Ontario 20 years ago, we had this thing when we were dating, and I'd ask him, like, honey, what do you want? Where are we going to go? Like, I don't even think I think I called him babe or baby at the time, but I would be like, where are we going to go eat, right? Yeah. And he'd be like, Coachella. And I didn't even know what that was. And he'd always be like, I would say, hey, what are you doing? Coachella. And it annoyed me because I'm like, what is a coach? What is that? What is that word you keep saying? And he's like, that's where I'm from. I'm from El Valle de Coachella. And I'm like, what? Like, where's that?
Oh, no.
Even though my whole life I drove through the desert to get to Mexicali because we'd be in Mexicali every single weekend from Ontario. So Ontario is Mexicali, Ontario is Mexicali. And so I never knew that there was even a city of Coachella. And then to fast forward, be established in Coachella, start the company in Coachella, buy our home in Coachella, raise our family in the city of Coachella, pay taxes in Coachella because that's no joke.
Right, yeah, no joke for sure.
You know, and then to get an award to be the Business of the Year award, I was so happy. I was happy for my husband that he was there to experience it. My son, my Mikey, was there too with me. And it just was like an awe moment.
It was great. The mayor's office was there with you. Every person there. If you took a minute to look around the room, all the people sitting there, all these very high-end, important government officials and whatnot, congratulating you, must have been such an honor. And I'm very glad I was able to be there for that part of history. Yeah. It was fantastic to see you up there and win it. And your speech, you practiced it how many times?
I know. I didn't practice it. I wrote it. I had my life coach, which I love, Pastor Jeff, that has helped me. I did a whole year of life coaching before I ever even thought that I was going to launch anything or leave the company I was at or start a company. It was just like a personal, something I thought in my heart that God was telling me, you got to do this. You got to do this. And it propelled me to start all of this that we're now in. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, this is great. I don't even know where to begin with this. This is a great story. It's been awesome. I think you're going to keep killing it. And, keep killing it because that's what you were meant to do in this world, apparently.
Thank you.
Well, let's cut to a quick commercial. When we come back, let's talk about the future plans coming up. Let's see what you have in store and a sneak peek of whatever you'd like to talk about. All right, let's cut to it. This week's episode of The New Mindset is brought to you by Jeff Mo. Here to tell us more about it is Ozzy, one of the owners. Take it away, bro.
Jeff Mo CBD is a brand based in Southern California. Are you dealing with pain, anxiety, inflammation, stress, and more? Make sure to check us out at jeffmocbd.com. Each batch of our product is lab tested for potency and pesticide. Certificates of analysis can be viewed by going to jeffmocbd.com. So don't panic, it's organic.
We're back.
Hi, we're back.
Mayra Perez.
This is me.
Otherwise known as Mayra Duran.
Yes.
So, what's the future look like for you? Talking about the next month, year, 2 years, 5 years. What's it look like to you? What's your plan ahead that you can talk about?
Yeah, we're excited for growth. Right now, we're in the insurance industry. I haven't even said that. We do insurance. Okay, so in California, insurance is a hot topic, but it's a hot mess. Okay, these things that have been happening, things that we've never seen ever. And I've been doing insurance again for 20 years. Okay, this is what I love. I love helping my clients, and we've never seen it be this difficult to obtain insurance, to get clients covered, to have competitors in the market, and so we are in a crazy time. But at the same time, I think we established this business at the best time because it is just making us so much more stronger and ready for whatever the future might have. And we are really we're really ready to take this over. Like, we're ready. There's a lot of, especially in the desert, there's a lot of agencies that are older, right? They've been in the business for 30 plus years, and they're ready to retire. They're ready to kind of leave the market. And I feel I still have a good 20, 30 years to go. And so this is just the beginning for us, and I'm excited to have that growth and expand the company, and really be the best, insurance agency, best. So what do we call ourselves? The experts of the, I'm still trying to remember
experts of the Coachella Valley. Don't worry, we'll put a commercial in here. So
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
So then your growth and expansion, you have, you just said you're looking at 10, 20, 30. I mean, you want to be here forever.
Yeah.
And this is a legacy I'm sure you want to leave to your kids as well.
100%. This is the whole reason I'm doing this, is for them. And I tell this and I instill this in them all the time. Like, hey, you don't need to be in this field. You can go get a business degree. You could come back and run the company. You can pay somebody to run the company for you, and you still make money off of it, and it'll still bring you income. And this is not for me. This is for them. This is for my kids and my kids' kids and my grandkids and great grandkids. Like, this is for, I'm trying to leave a legacy behind. And that's really what I'm striving for. That is the goal.
And as you continue to grow and expand, what's your next step? Do you think that's a next goal that maybe short or long term, but what's the next goal for you in order to achieve the next success?
It all comes back to having faith, man. You have to believe. You have to believe the unbelievable. You have to really reach for the impossible, because that's where, like, the breakthrough happens. And so for me, I can't even fathom what God has waiting for us, but I know that it's there. Like, I know that it's there, that it's so real to me that I can almost feel it and taste it and know that it's right there. And so for me, even if I try to imagine what this is going to look like, it's just a minute image of what God has for me and for this company and for the girls. Because again, it's not just for me and my family. I want my girls, Sarai, Marissa, Selena, I want them to also be a part of it, and that they also have a piece of the pie, and their family can also benefit from what we're putting in, because we're putting in a lot of work, and we want to be the best, because we are the best. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. Well, 100%. And you guys, not only do you have that persona, you actually do accomplish what you're saying you're going to accomplish. I mean, like I said, there's only 4 people running this thing, and you guys are really everywhere you knock on doors. Somebody that has worked with you guys or knows you guys only has amazing things to say. They only have the encouragement to continue moving forward with you, and that speaks volumes. There's companies that some people are no longer working with because they hated one thing or another, and like that doesn't seem to be the case.
Customer service, Jose, like, no matter what, you're dealing with people, and you have to give them your best. You have to treat them with respect. You have to be available and just be transparent, be honest. Integrity. Like, that's what it's that is why we put that name, because we want people to know that we are doing our very best to give them the truth, even if they don't want to hear it, especially with the insurance. And we're insuring their biggest assets, we're insuring their businesses, we're giving them peace of mind, we're helping them with life insurance, health insurance. Like, this is part of their life. And so we need to be as transparent and honest, and no matter how the rates look or don't, like, we need to be like, this is what's best for you, because I am the expert in this field, and I have experience, right? Yeah, so we can share that with our clients. And thank you for your kind words, because people do say that they're very happy with working with us, and your reputation anywhere is extremely important, but especially in our valley. Yes,
it is such a big and yet small valley. We're almost, everyone.
Everybody's connected.
Everybody's just connected. There's no way to not know who 30 insurance agents are or anything like that. Like, we're all very connected, and it's fantastic to see that your growth continues to push more growth. And good luck to you and the girls and all your endeavors. And it sounds like you guys are just gonna keep rocking it. Make it big. I can't wait to see your big building up somewhere. And next time I see you, I'm gonna have to go upstairs to this office, and maybe I'll make an appointment to see you. We'll see.
Mayra available?
Is Mayra available? I know her. Trust me.
You're gonna have to go through a few people.
Yeah, 100%. Well, fantastic. Let's cut to the last commercial. When we come back, just a few more words of encouragement for all of you listening. It's been a fantastic episode, man. I don't want it to.
Right? I know. I'm excited.
All right, well, let's get to it and we'll be right back. All right, let me keep it real with you guys. I don't like doing my taxes, and I don't think you do either. Luckily, we have people like Bianca Gamo. She's here to help us. Not just that, she'll guide you and make sure that you get the best refund the fastest way possible. Don't hear it from me, though. Hear it from her. Tell us about it.
Does filing your taxes overwhelm you? Because it did for me, but luckily, I'm here to help you. Hi, my name is Bianca Gamo, and here at Gamo Elite Taxes, I do all the heavy lifting for you. I offer maximum refunds, year-round availability, save you the time of going through complex tax forms, and give you the peace of mind that you've been looking for this tax season. Call 951-965-8251 and say Coachella for a special offer on your 2023 tax filings. Remember, you don't have to be alone during this tax season. Talk to you soon.
It can't get any easier than that. Bianca Gamo is there for you. She takes all the work off your back so you can focus on the things you like. Oh, like the show. We got to get back. And we're back. So, Mayra, what a fantastic conversation we've had. Your story is quite unique.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did not go to college for this. I thought you had gone to college and did like business degree or something.
No.
The fact that you've been able to do this and pick it up, even though school was a no-go for you, and you pick up computers when you couldn't even take a computer class. I mean, that is.
Yeah.
I hope we can go visit that room today.
Yes, we actually will. We're going to be in that room, so I'm telling you to go back. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stay there and be like, okay, teach us. It's gonna be great. Well, for anybody out there listening, and again, mind you, we have listeners all over the world now. This podcast became, isn't that weird? This podcast became worldwide, and I'm very happy to. I say that almost every episode lately because I just was not expecting the response.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect anything less, Jose. You have something great going, and congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for having me. This is amazing.
Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you, we've been working to have you for a month. I'm like, this car ride is it.
Yes. We're gonna do it here. Yes.
So then, as the people that are listening that maybe want to, I don't know very many people that wouldn't be encouraged by your story. Mm-hmm. But what type of wisdom can you instill in somebody that maybe doesn't know if they want to take a step away from school, or maybe they don't know if they want to start or not start a company? What would be the first step that you would suggest to those people?
Yeah, number one, and it's the thing that almost kept me behind, was fear. Fear will stop you in your tracks. Like, fear won't let you move forward. And so, you have to get past the fear of what if, the fear of unknown, the fear of, people, what are people going to think or say, when you're making a big decision like that. And for me, it's always, you have to trust God, and you have to let him guide you, because he knows what's best for you. And so for me, that was what I needed to do. And it was hard, let me tell you. Leaving the company that I was at was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life, because I had reached a point where I thought I made it. Like, this is the top, I made it. There's no more up from here. I was content. I was happy where I was in a sense, but in another way, I was still missing. I was missing something that I needed. That something in my heart that was telling me, there's more, and you have to go. It's time. Time. It was like that, so clear. So I would encourage anybody that's taking a step or wanting, thinking of going to school or not. Right now, my son's about to finish his senior year and graduate, and he's thinking of college, and we're pursuing that, and we're encouraging him to do that, because again, it's not gonna hurt you to go and to expand and to learn. Right. And it's just going to open up your world to so many more possibilities, and you're just going to be better equipped.
Yeah, of course.
You're not going to have to struggle as much, or because there is. Sometimes it's a struggle to learn certain,
Yeah, right. There's certain skill sets that you can probably learn and educate yourself in that are, instead of you having to deal with it for a year, maybe you go to school for 6 months and you know how to figure that out.
Absolutely.
So you never know.
You can apply it in any field. So, I would encourage anybody that's thinking of, taking a leap or leaving the company they're at, or, I have this dream 100% now that I'm on the other side, which I never thought it would even occur or was possible for me.
Yeah.
I'm on the other side now, and I am so glad. This is the best decision I could have ever made. Is it easy? Absolutely not. If it was easy, everybody do it, right?
Could do it,
so no, it's not easy, but it's possible, it's doable, and it's rewarding, and it's worth it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic words of encouragement. I think, yeah, you hit it on the nail, right? Sometimes you just got to take that step. Sometimes you just got to do that one thing, and you know, a lot of people. How do you feel about this next sentence? There's a lot of people that say, I have to have my ducks in a row before I take a step. How do you feel about that? How truth is that? How untruth is that? What do you think?
That's a lie, Jose. That's a lie that I believed for many years, saying, how if I don't have, I need to have this, and this, A, B, and C in order to even start. How am I going to get to there when I'm way over here? But you get over there, baby steps, one step at a time. I went, and it was because my life coach was like, well, when are you going to start? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, what do you mean? Well, you need a plan. When are you going to start? I'm like, I don't know. Like, maybe when I have enough money, maybe when the kids are settled, maybe when life is kind of calmer, maybe when, and it was just like, no, that's never going to happen. That maybe is never going to happen. And it's never going to be a time where you're just like completely, everything's good. And all right, today's the day. Like, it's not, you need to take a step forward. And so I went and I got my mailbox key so that we can get our mail, the business mail there. And I thought, whatever, it's not a big deal. I'll just get a key. If it doesn't work, if I don't continue moving. But that key led to, okay, I need to go get a business line, a phone. Yeah. That led to, I need a name. I need a website. I need, and it just, and then it just grew and grew to the next step and the next step and the next step. And here we are getting awards, Business of the Year award, Latina owned Business of the Year for Inland Empire. And we're not going anywhere. We're you know, but it was a key. And how That's crazy awesome. That it was literally a key that unlocked this dream that God had placed in my heart.
That's how your book should start.
But it was a key, Jose. Like, and so that's really what started this journey. And I say started because we're just getting started. So I'm filled with excitement. It is scary, and because this is all new. Yeah. But I know that it's working. I know that we're moving forward. I know that our clients are happy because they tell us, and you know, and that speaks for itself. And so we know that we're headed in the right direction. But you don't know.
You never know. You kind of have to adventure us out there. You got to pursue it.
Yes.
This has been a fantastic episode, Mayra. I could sit here and listen to you talk all day, and we will. You and I are definitely going to be chatting all day. But well, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this opportunity to be in your space and really understand who you are. It's exciting to see your growth, and I can't wait to see where it continues to grow from here. I do hope that you continue to encourage others, and man, I can't wait for this episode to come out and hear people's feedback. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Well, this has been a great time. Thank you again to all of our sponsors. Thank you guys for being here. And let me just throw this in here. March 9th, the new Mindset Experience is coming to Copa Nightclub in Palm Springs, California. If you have not experienced it, let me tell you. I was just telling Mayra about it. It was just a little taste, just the thought of what it is. And she could tell you, she got excited for it.
I can't wait, man. I'm
gonna
be on the list. And I was just at church last night, and it's okay. I'm going to support my friend Jose because I love him, and you know he's doing great things. So I cannot wait to see this.
Appreciate it. This is going to be something else. Yeah. We're going to change the way you experience going out, whether you're 21, 35, 66, 99. Who cares? Come out and enjoy it. Have fun.
Yes.
And we're so happy. Thank you to Copa Nightclub for giving us the opportunity, to the McCormicks. And again, a fantastic day to the rest of you. Mayra, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for this episode, and have a great day.
It's fresh.
Bye-bye. Bye.